Hi, and welcome to another episode of Surviving Corona. And today we have the phenomenal, I can give her a bunch of titles. My husband and I, we call her Ma D because she's just like our mother to us. But she is the tax diva. If you've ever wanted to know anything about your taxes, or building your business credit, please believe me, she will give it to you, and she will give it to you real, raw, and unfiltered. Be prepared for her. So with much ado, here we go. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. Thank you for being on, Marty. How are you doing today?
Oh, darling, I am doing great, and I truly thank you for having me on.
Oh, I love it.
Excited just to share with your listeners, and I am so excited because I love taxes, but I love business credit too.
So exactly.
I thank you for having me.
Oh, we love having you, and we love the fact that you are so willing to, pour into others. So guys, I know a lot of you out there, we're entrepreneurs, we're small business owners, and, we hear about this business credit. But one of the key questions a lot of people want to know is, how do you build that business credit without, using your social security number, and your personal information? And today, she has kindly, favorably agreed to show us and tell us a few things we can do to start building our business credit, without kind of tapping into that personal credit that might not look so good. So, Deirdre, I'd like to ask you, the first thing, what is the difference? A lot of people don't know what the difference is between personal credit and business credit. So what is the main thing, the main differences?
Well, personal credit is based on your personal spending history. It's tied to your social security number. It's just that simple. Now, using your personal credit in business can really be a hindrance because say you have an 850 credit score, and like right now, what's going on in the world, people are having to max out their credit cards because they got to live. So overutilization drops that 850 credit score, and it can drop it down to 500. So therefore, with the 500 credit score, who's going to look at you to lend you anything?
No, nobody.
They're not even going to lend you a wink. Okay. Mm-hmm. So therefore, we don't want to use our personal credit to build our business. Now, business credit is obtained in your business name, and it is tied to your business's EIN number if the business has been set up correctly.
Please say if the business is set up correctly, because that's very important, guys. Please pay attention today. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So therefore, this credit, your business credit is in your business name, and it's based on the business's ability to pay it back, not the person's ability. And that's very important because like right now with what's going on with COVID-19, there are a lot of businesses that are suffering. They are going under. But if they were wise enough to build business credit, they're not going to suffer like the ones that's been out here using their personal credit for their business.
And that is so very true. I've seen that more than ever right now, that a lot of people who, maybe don't have that supplemental income or that additional stream, yes, me included, we've been able to kind of tap into our business credit, to yes, get a few things and do a few things and, make a few moves. So I definitely agree with that, as somebody who myself has had to do that. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and actually, I was able, using my business credit, I was able to get toilet paper.
But it's, office supplies. That's why I said, if you really know what you're doing, that's why they got to get with you to know what they're doing. But exactly. Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh.
Oh, goodness. But I love business credit. And if you don't have business credit and you're in business, you need to talk to me.
Okay. So let's say, I know for me, before I met you, I had to figure this stuff out on my, by myself. And I remember going online and there was so much information, some repetitive and then other things you weren't sure. They were telling you to do this and it got quite confusing. So can you give somebody who's maybe just starting that journey or they've got a business and want to start building that business credit, maybe a few actionable things they can do right now to start building it?
Well, the first thing And the most important thing is to build your business's credibility. And the way you do that is, like I said before, if you're in business and don't have an EIN number, we got to get that straight, okay? So you want to get your EIN number. You want to get your business licenses. You want to have your business address, your business bank account, your business phone number, not using your cell phone. Now, there are companies that you can use for business phone numbers and it'll ring to your cell, but these lenders and these creditors want to see that you are really a viable business. And also, Dr. Lakeisha, as you're always telling us about their website.
Being very, you need that website.
Yep, you need that website, and you need your, your business email. We don't want to see, Pookie@gmail.com. Okay?
I knew she was going to do that. I knew she was going to go there. Welcome to Ma. But it's the truth. I can't tell you even now when somebody, has someone who brands other people and they come to me with like AOL, or these, and I'm just like, even that, not having a proper email, the ending is just like, okay, we don't do AOL in the business, so there's a lot of things around that. So I'm glad you touched on that it's not just to make you look good. Actually, these companies want to see that you have that you've invested in the business.
That's right.
So we do those steps. One thing that I remember, and maybe you can help here with somebody else, when I first started, they said, go to these companies and they'll get you started with the business credit. And one company in particular, I can't remember the name now, but I went and they weren't giving me business credit, and I was researching but everyone's going to them. And what I found out was there was a way, like you had to purchase at least 3 or 4 things or something before that, so can you advise somebody, I'm right here, right now, I'm no longer a hobby, I'm registered, I'm licensed, I've got all the right information, I've gone ahead and got my EIN. What do I do right now?
Okay, well, first thing that you have to understand that there are tiers to building business credit. So there are tier 1 vendors, tier 2 vendors, tier 3 vendors, and up. So starting in business credit, you want to apply with your tier 1 vendors. Tier 1 vendors is someone like Quill, Uline,
I think it was Uline.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Quill, and Uline. So some vendors like that. Now, you don't want to be just starting and you're trying to go to Home Depot. Say if you're in the real estate investor, right? And you don't want to go to Home Depot starting out the gate. You have to build. There's a certain amount of a credit, tier 1 credit accounts that you need before you can build to go to tier 2.
Right.
Like I said, everybody in business needs business supplies. So that's why I say Quill and of course a Uline.
Awesome. I love that. So, I thank you once again, because the importance of business credit right now couldn't be more, open and out there for the world to see. And, like we said, blessed to have you, Mara. We know you've been keeping safe. We know your daughter, Britt, she doesn't play any games about, you. She takes care of you. You've been staying home, staying safe. We're so thankful for that. We've been praying and everything. But even in your business, as somebody who helps businesses, what have you been noticing, the effects of COVID-19 to be with a lot of small businesses right now?
I think the main thing, to be honest, is fear.
Amen.
Fear of unknown, and fear is not God. And I just believe that a lot of business owners, like the SBA loan and things like that, they're not prepared. They're not prepared to get. And this is the thing, you got to be prepared. A lot of people are upset because the bigger corporations are getting it, but the bigger corporations are prepared. So it's getting your financial documents in order, filing your business tax returns, all of these things, they come into play. We're not playing at business. We've got to be about our business, okay?
I told you now, don't play with her. So, once again, thank you so much. If anybody out there, they're trying to get serious about their business, they no longer want to play in their business, and they want to get in touch with you, how can they find you? How can they connect with you?
Well, my website is www.tax deivas.com. So www.taxdivas.com. My name is Deidre Pittman, and I'm on Facebook. And also I have a Tax Divas Income Tax and Business Services Facebook group page. And I also have a group page, Fierce Females and the Finances, on Facebook.
She sure does. Don't play now. Okay. Oh, Mama D, it's been so great having you here.
Thank you.
You know, speaking with you. It seems like forever until we'll be able to like literally physically touch, but stay safe. You know,
Okay.
guys, thank you for tuning in. Please be sure
Thank
to
you.
reach out to her. And as we always say, we're going to end another episode. And as we always say, Xpose-Her Marketing. We're not just a campaign, we are a community.